The sun rises, a goddamn blood orange bleeding into the Pacific, and those stone-faced bastards are just staring out at it. Moai? Everybody knows the Moai. Easter Island, end of story, except it ain't. See, this place, this little spit of volcanic rock, it's got stories in its DNA older than almost anything. It's a place where the earth whispers tales of kings and birdmen, of survival against all odds. Join me and we'll crack open a few bottles of pisco, maybe tell a few stories of our own. This is Rapa Nui, the navel of the world, and trust me, there's more here than meets the eye. Forget your Instagram influencers and your TikTok dances. We're talking about real competition here. Life or death, blood on the rocks kind of stuff. Every year, on this speck of land in the middle of nowhere, warriors would risk their necks, all for the title of Tangata Manu, the birdman. Imagine this. Sheer cliffs dropping into the churning ocean, the air thick with the cries of seabirds. These guys, hopped up on whatever courage and superstition they could muster, would scale down those cliffs, swim through shark-infested waters to collect the first sooty turn egg of the season. The winner? He wasn't just some guy with bragging rights. He was a goddamn high priest, his word law for a year. It's a story of desperation, of faith, of the raw will to survive. You can practically taste it in the air here. You can't understand a culture without tasting its food. And here on Rapa Nui, that means getting your hands dirty. Literally, we're talking about the umu, an earth oven that's been used for centuries. Hot stones dug from the very heart of this island radiate heat like the goddamn devil. On top, wrapped in banana leaves, is where the magic happens. Po, a pudding if you will made from taro root, a starchy, almost sweet tuber that's sustained generations. The slow cooking, the smoky aroma, it's primal, man. It gets into your bones. Forget your McMansions and your infinity pools. The Rapa Nui people, they knew how to live in harmony with this volcanic rock. Their houses, these low-slung, almost hobbit-like structures, were built with the curves of the land, using whatever materials they could scrounge. The walls, thatched from reeds and grasses, provided insulation against the relentless sun and wind. Rainwater, precious as hell on this island, was collected in ingenious ways, channeled from rooftops into stone cisterns. These people weren't just surviving, they were thriving on an island that had more limitations than possibilities. It's a lesson, man, in respect, in resourcefulness, in knowing that less can be so much more. Fashion? Here? You're damn right. But we're not talking runways and haute couture. Think practicality meets artistry. Back in the day, tapa cloth was the name of the game. Made from the bark of the paper mulberry tree, it was more than just fabric. It was art, it was ritual, it was survival. Imagine these intricate designs hammered into the cloth, telling stories of gods and ancestors. Today, you'll still see glimpses of that heritage woven into the fabric of modern life. Bright colours, bold patterns, a reminder that even in the most isolated corners of the world, style is a language all its own. You can't escape the past on this island. It's in the air you breathe, the stories whispered by the wind. Take Orongo, perched on the edge of a volcano. This was the ceremonial village of the Birdman cult, a place where power and ritual collided. Today, it's a haunting reminder of a time when life was brutal, beautiful and short. But the spirit of this island, it's not stuck in the past. Festivals, vibrant with music and dance, erupt throughout the year. It's a celebration of survival, of resilience, of the sheer audacity of being human in a world that can be unforgiving. The sun sets on Easter Island, painting the Moai in hues of gold and purple. Yeah, they're impressive, these stone-faced sentinels, but it's the stories beneath the surface, the whispers of a culture that stared down oblivion, that will stay with me. There's a rawness here, an honesty that gets under your skin. It's the third spice, the thing that elevates the experience from interesting to unforgettable. So yeah, come for the Moai, but stay for the stories. Stay for the taste of po cooked in an earth oven, for the rhythm of the drums, for the sheer bloody-minded tenacity of a people who refuse to disappear.